Should we vote for Saul or David as President of the United States of America? Well, this is admittedly not a perfect fit, and some liberties have been taken with the figures involved. There are some interesting similarities to explore. Also, when I refer to King Saul, I'm basically referring to the bad kings of Judah, while King David refers to the good kings. King Saul started out humble, but got lifted up, was rash, couldn't wait, and spoke foolish things. He was told to utterly destroy the accursed enemy, but he saved the king. Then he lied about following God's command, when really he had broken it. He made God's people scared. An evil spirit entered him. He himself was scared of the enemy. He tried to kill God's people. Saul didn't care much for his soldiers and sent them to fight foreign people specifically so that they would die. He made a death decree to kill God's people. He used a foreigner to slay the priest of the Lord. Saul went to see a spirit medium. On the other hand, David got rid of the big enemy of Israel. He used unconventional means to obtain the victory and ascribed the victory to God. David moved wisely, in the best interests of the people, so they loved him. He fought the foreign enemy bravely. He was under a death decree. To escape, he ran to be with the man of God, Samuel. David sought out the priest of God for help. He acted crazy to avoid being killed by the enemy. David did good and helped many people, but when he got angry, he could really fight. David helped a needy foreigner and was very fair with his soldiers. No doubt Saul was seen as loving and inclusive for not killing who God said to kill. He used doublespeak and went back on his word, flip-flopping around. One minute he was all smiles, the next he was throwing javelins at you. Later, Rehoboam's young advisors would influence the king to take extreme positions, increasing taxes, etc., causing the people to rebel. The evil kings often burned their own children to Moloch. They had open borders and brought in their foreign gods. They were lifelong politicians. David loved his soldiers and treated them with respect. He worked to make Israel first. He loved the Lord. He would not deliver his children to be burned to Moloch. His counselors were wise. He adhered to God's laws mostly, but made huge mistakes in having a trusted soldier murdered, committing adultery, and numbering his people. He saw his sins and repented from them. He never forgot his humble roots. I hope this comparison has been helpful mostly to those who are not planning to vote at all. If you don't vote, you are as guilty of the sins of the person who takes office as if you actually voted for them. And if that person supports delivering up babies to Moloch, then you can look forward to the day of judgment when their little souls will rise up and condemn you for not doing what you could to save their lives. May we do our God-given duty and help uplift the morals of society by voting for President of America in 2020.